Hey everyone, Matt Pisarcik from Razor Emporium coming at you today for a quick product spotlight looking at the world of Ertan Süer. Well, in the world of straight razors, there are Goliaths and there are behemoths, and Ertan Süer is both. Ertan Süer is the man. He also uses that name involved with his branding, but he also uses the name Rasoir Sabre France, which you see here on this box, Rasoir Sabre France. And you also see Gustave La Lune, and apparently La Lune means the bell. So obviously a French, but he's actually a Turkish guy. So he's a Turkish expat. He left Turkey, went through Germany, and he actually had his apprenticeship at the Razor Sabre factory. He's a master grinder. This guy knows straight razors, and now he has his own line. These razors are French quality through and through. He's a big fan of French steel, and he's also a big fan of the German tool steel. So some of them are some steel and some of the others. He is known for his unique grinding and unique kind of blade profiles and style, and of course the scale patterns, the scale styles. And they really are handmade, meaning if you looked at 5 of these of the same model, you'll see subtle differences because they're not made by a machine. They're made by a man, one man. There's nobody else. There's no staff or other workers. So you can imagine how much time goes into each one. Hours and hours and hours goes into each one of crafting them. And when you look at stuff like we call this a worked back. This worked back up here, it shows craftsmanship, and it shows hand detailed attention to get that to look that way. And I know that because we did offer this back when we had the Rasoir Sabre straight razor, and I can tell you how many times it is to mess that up and have that go wrong. It's noted that a lot of his straight razors feature natural materials for their handles, a lot of woods, a lot of horns. I think he does do some acrylics, like this guy here, but they are beautiful. If you were looking for a beautiful, handcrafted, old world quality straight razor, it is Ertan Süer. We've been carrying the line for about 2 years now, maybe 2.5. It was actually by the recommendation of a really good friend, Adam, here in Phoenix. He's a straight razor aficionado. He has hundreds of straight razors, and he told us, Matt, you got to pick up Ertan. This is the brand. And I think at the time we were one of the only importers in the United States for Ertan Süer, and we sell a lot of them. And we really never hear any complaints on them. They arrive shave ready. This guy not only can grind them and can fabricate the handles, he can sharpen them, polish them. Very beautiful, very unique. In the world of straight razors, I would give this kind of the equivalent rating of maybe like a Ralph Ost or a Razor Sabre. It's definitely up there. Obviously, he has a lot of training from Razor Sabre. This is kind of his own spin, right? But definitely a cut above some of the more mass-produced brands out there. Some of the ones from Germany, I'm sure you may know. But these guys are beautiful. They're well crafted. They're going to give you literally a lifetime of use. I always talk to people about straight razor life, and you look at a blade with this much width, right? And we measure the width from the spine to the cutting edge. And this, I'm just guessing, is like maybe a 13/16 or maybe approaching 7/8 for sure. And every time you sharpen it, it's going to take away a little bit of that cutting edge, and it gets skinnier and skinnier. But I mean, something like this could literally be used for 100 years. I'm not joking. You could sharpen it for 100 years and probably pass it down to the next generation, and they could sharpen it probably for another 100 years. So when you invest in a straight razor like this, please know that you are investing in a forever product, more or less. It's definitely going to outlive you if you take care of it. Now, of course, the death nail of any straight razor is dropping them and cracking that edge or chipping the edge. That's it. That's the way you can, ruin them, or if you don't take care of them. So all these kind of blades are carbon steel. You're going to want to make sure that they are clean and dry. I always tell people, if you're straight razor shaving, grab a little towel in the bathroom, wipe it off like this. Don't run it under the sink. The sink, it does not need water on. It's carbon steel. And also, it's a good way of accidentally nicking it. You keep on going in and out of the sink, and you can nick it on the faucet. So use a towel. Your towel's all full of shaving cream and whiskers. Throw it in the washing machine. And also, with a quality blade like this, you're going to want to make sure when you're done using it to leave it in the full open position. Leave it on the counter if you can, if it's safe. If your kids are around, obviously put up somewhere high out of reach of kids, but leave it open on the counter. Do not close it up, put it in its box, thinking you're taking care of it. You're putting it in its coffin like that. You are literally putting it away moist and damp. Unless you live in Phoenix like we do, where we have practically no humidity, even a little bit of moisture on a straight razor can start forming micro rust. And you'll see that as a little orange patina or brown patina on it. And that you can get it off, but that's kind of already setting into damage mode. So take care of your straight razor. It'll take care of you. Ertan Süer, he is the man. He is the craftsman. He is the artisan. These are gorgeous. These are beautiful. Look at the fine detail work. I mean, all this is done with file work, you know, hand cut jimps, hand cut scales, all hand peened, you know, rivets. Beautiful stuff. Very happy to be having it. Quality from the old world. Ertan Süer. Get it at Razor Emporium. If you love straight razors, if you love Ertan Süer, if you can't get enough of this steel, tell me below in the comments. I want to hear from you. That's all I got. We'll see you next time at Razor Emporium for all things vintage shaving. Thanks, guys.